I am Kodili-nye. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night, depending on your time zone. We are going to discuss about Ochanja. Welcome back to this vlog. Yeah, thank you very much. Remember to like, comment, and turn on notification. Share to your friends. We're going to discuss Ochanja area or Ochanja Road and the construction by the Anambra State Governor, Chukwuma and the need for turning around this area. Stay tuned. New subscribers, you are highly welcome to the family. Old subscribers, thank you very much for staying with us. And returning subscribers, welcome back to the family. We are about to discuss Ochanja Onitsha. Welcome back. We are discussing about this Ochanja road construction and the beautification eventually. Anambra State Governor Soludo is doing great at the moment at that area because considering that the over 8 years of Willie Obiano, nothing was done there. So today we are going to discuss what will make Soludo to be different and what he need to do in Ochanja, because Ochanja hold very prominence in Onitsha, the remodeling of Onitsha. If you get to Ochanja area, Ochanja stroke, because the Ochanja link to the Opiweka axis, this will actually turn the face of the great city of Onitsha. This was what others have neglected over the years. But if you get this Ochanja area that stretch out even to Opiwek and down to Main Market, Mall Street, you have actually turned greater Onitsha around, because that place is where everything good and bad is in Onitsha, especially the lawlessness, slums and attachment, mess, completely mess. People trading on the street, virtually taking the street, taking the roads. Is absurd. So Chukwuma Soludo, if he can turn around this place and beautify it, I'm telling you, people will not recognize Onitsha anymore. Basically, they will think that Onitsha has arrived finally. And that's what we are going to be discussing, the what that is very important or imperative for the governor or the government of Anambra State to do if they will succeed remodeling this area. What he will bring to Onitsha basically will change the ugly face of Onitsha and the negative vibes that has been, being portrayed on Onitsha, because most of them is a result of this Ochanja axis to Opiweka. This area has brought very bad omen or bad vibes or negative comments about Onitsha. So people thought that's the main area of Onitsha. But you cannot argue with any visitor, because there are quantum business or a lot of things going on there. I would say in a week, millions of people pass through that area. That's one of the busiest area and most neglected area in Anambra State. So that's why, in spite that is the golden it's the golden chick or golden chicken that laid the egg, but at the end of the day was neglected. So we're going to discuss about that, and for the first time, somebody remembered to do what the government need to do. So I do believe that if Soludo were able to do these things we are going to say today, I tell you, Onitsha will come back between 50 to 70% of the bad image of Onitsha would have been removed, completely removed, and replaced with positive vibes and uh, uh, positive reviews of the Onitsha. And it will spread out, because once people see Ochanja change, which has remained impossible because nobody have ever dared to do that. No governor in the history of Anambra State, or even in the old Anambra State, has dared to go into that Ochanja and revamp the place. It's not difficult to do, but no one has ever tried. So until Soludo came or come to say, I'm going to change that area. So, but let's see what is going to happen, especially in the 2024, because 2024 is the year that will actually, make or mar his regime, considering that the time is fast, you know, moving away. So he has not got that much time. So that's what we are going to discuss, and stay patient as we analyze all these things. I am Kodili-nye. Continue to watch, and we will do the needful. God bless you. Continue. That's the Ochanja area. You can see if how this Ochanja area is. If any sensible government will just this Modebe shopping plaza, if any sensible government will come and get it a nice tidying up, I'm telling you, the whole place, actually, it will be very, very beautiful. You know, beautifying the whole place, it will be wonderful. So that's why we are discussing about it, and just stay tuned, and we keep on talking about it until they do the needful. Stay tuned. That's the Ochanja. That's the ongoing Ochanja road construction in Onitsha, Anambra State, and the dualization of the road. I am Kodili-nye. Welcome back as we continue on a regular discussion about certain issues that are of concern to our subscribers, especially a lot of our subscribers from Nigeria, especially in Anambra State. We are basically continuing on this, and I'm very, very happy that you always support us, and you're willing to go very far in sharing our videos. I'm very glad that you always do that. And today we are discussing about Ochanja Business District, Ochanja Market Area, Ochanja Road Construction. Ochanja is actually a gateway or area that is known for a lot of things, but it's also a gateway to the biggest market in West Africa, the Onitsha main market. Ochanja is the hub of transport business also, and it's also the hub of provision stores or provision items, all those things you use daily in your household. And that's one of the biggest in Nigeria where you can obtain all those things. And there are a variety of things that are sold in that Ochanja area. There are a lot of things, anything you can think about. There are many plazas in that place, and there are loads of things. And millions of people pass through that place because Ochanja extend to the Opiweka. When people talk about Opiweka, includes Ochanja because most of them are in it's like conjoined twin. They are all part and parcel. They are just part and parcel, only that because that Opiweka run through that Ochanja area. If it's in a civilized world, um, or places that the government is real governing, that place will be a beauty to behold. It will be a very beautiful business district, decorated and you know, giving a complete cleanup, complete revamp, complete remodeling, because that's the face of this great city of Onitsha, which which need to be changed for good. So, but sadly, it has not been the case. That has not been the case. That place has always been abandoned for years. 8 years of former Governor Willie Obiano was the worst for Ochanja because Ochanja completely collapsed. The road infrastructure collapsed, everything, lawlessness increased by over 100%. So everything there, even the roundabout there, was completely ruined. The rubbish heap was completely out of this world. I don't have uh, any vocabulary or words to describe it. It was in it was a shamble to behold. It was that bad. And unfortunately, the aides of those governors were busy putting. I could remember seeing one of the signboard near that Ochanja that was like a rubbish bin, and it was written "Willie is walking," and Willie is the governor of Anambra State. It was sad. The place was a mess. People were, most of the time, people collapsing in that place. A lot of pickpocketers were roaming about with so much, without fear, with so much confidence. It's like gangs were patrolling there, molesting people on the street, harassing the transporters, harassing the innocent shoppers, extorting people at will. It was that bad. But, and this Ochanja business, this, which actually include that OPWEC actually, um, you know, was or is the major problem of Onitsha. That why any bad news or negative vibes that were being spread around Onitsha is because of that area. And that area is so important. Only that the government, did not understand. They don't understand pure economies. They don't understand how things work. They just sitting in the government house and ruling. But suddenly, a new governor took over by the name Professor Chukwuma Soludo. When he took over, he came in there and looking at that place, he was in shock because he was standing on a heap of garbage or rubbish. And it was so bad that you will never believe that anybody has been in power in that state ever. You can't even believe that there's somebody in charge of that market. At a point, he was asking them who is in charge of this place. It was very shameful. It was so bad. It was a very bad image. And he promised that he's going to turn around that area. That he's going to, turn everything around and blah, blah, blah. That everything, the drainages, they were blocked. As a result of that, and the people build up kiosks and slums and attachments on top of the drainage. Basically, people were trading on that road, on the road, and the road was so bad that even for ordinary people to walk through that road is so difficult. And after that, he started set up the governor's deputy governor's task force to clear the heap of rubbish, which they succeeded. But after doing all those things, it seems that the place still look very ugly. Still, the towns, the popularly known Aboros, were still running riots. It was still lawless there. So he paid another visit. I think he had paid 3 visits. The last one, he was very angry about the covering of drainages by all those transporters and other people. And he said that very soon the construction of that road and the dualization of the whole stretch of road from that area to main market will commence with beautification, CCTV cameras, and that he will end touting in that place. Even he was saying that how serious he was is that any market that condone those type of thing, the market leaders will be sacked. So I was where I was rattled. I said, now somebody is taking ownership. I was saying, did he mean it? Did he mean it? So I was thinking, is it a political talk? Because I know Nigerian politicians, you hardly believe what they say. Even when they say good morning, it's never been, it's not good morning. So you have to check if it's actually morning. Although he keep on saying that he's not like a Nigerian politician, he's not a politician, that once he says something, he mean it. So, and the contractors started coming up there, and basically, I'm just trying to, draw your attention to what has gone on, how all these things began. And the contractors he brought in there, people were basically saying, nobody knows this thing might, maybe 2 years, 3 years, this thing they will, they might not have, done anything. And it looks like they were so slow, sluggish, and a lot of things, things they are still looking ugly and all those things. And suddenly, 2 months ago, it seems that things started hasting up about the road construction, and people started saying, oh, it looks like this governor mean business. But others are still waiting. And suddenly, there are people that were actually doing poultry business. They use it to block I'm telling you, block everywhere. The whole place, the drainage everywhere. In the middle of the road, poultry. And some Anambrastategovt government officials came and told them that they need to relocate and move into the market where they're supposed to be. And they were resisting and all those things. Some of them were actually went in there. Some are still there. Even now, some are still there. And the next thing is that the governor launched anti-touting group and told them to, get rid of the touts. So, and these guys were really serious about it. They started working, although there's some complaint about them, but it seems that they have reduced the touting by 50%. And going to 60%. But more work need to be done. That's what we are discussing. We are going to discuss tonight. That's what we are going to discuss today. So just keep on listening. I am still Kodili-nye. Thank you very much for always listening to us, always watching the videos. Now we are getting to it. Ochanja, Ochanja, Ochanja. The dead horse that need to be revived. If Soludo turn around Ochanja, basically Onitsha is almost 70% turned around. If he can turn around Ochanja to be like Oxford Circus in London, he lived in London, he knows about London. Ochanja is almost equivalent to Oxford Circle in United Kingdom, in London. So if he can just look at Oxford Circle and turn around Ochanja, when I mean Ochanja, from that Obiofonitsha to Moore Street, down to I've forgotten the road that just lead to the main market completely. Sorry, I've forgotten. If you remember, just drop in the comments for me. I've forgotten. Wherever you're watching, we are talking about Ochanja. The Ochanja, turning around Ochanja, or that Ochanja, the dead horse that need to be revived, or the making of a new Ochanja Business District, the new Oxford Circle of Nigeria, the making of, the turning of Ochanja into Oxford Circle shopping district in London. So that's what we are discussing. So Ochanja hold the key to the changing of the negative vibes that are emanating from this great city of Onitsha. Because Oxford Circle, how Oxford Circle is very, very important to London, you know, the positive vibe about London is almost equivalent to what Ochanja can do to Onitsha. Because Ochanja area, stroke Obiofonitsha, all of them are interwoven. They are conjoined twins. Without Ochanja, there will not be Obiofonitsha, because Ochanja spread to that Obiofonitsha. The Ochanja actually brought Obiofonitsha, because without that business in Ochanja, those logistics transporters will not have been there. So that's why. So, and it's also the headquarter of lawlessness. When you talk about lawlessness in Onitsha, that's that area, the whole of that area is the headquarter of lawlessness. Like you have in Lagos, you have Oshodi, you have Ajegunle, you have those Ijora area, you have many of the areas that are very notorious in Lagos. It's similar to Ochanja in Onitsha, Anambra State. So it is a place that is an island or a place of negativity, a place that holds so much promise, but littered with negativity, a place that billions of money are being exchanged every day, but become a place that is like an orphan, abandoned, a desolate place, abandoned by government, abandoned by many people, and abandoned by even the people that are supposed to be in charge of that business area. Abandoned by even those that are making money from there. All those plazas, basically, none of them thought about, let's beautify this area. Let's get it. They just you know, basically raping the place, you know, completely exploiting the place and completely leaving it in squalor. So sorry to use that word, but I just want to, you know, tell you how bad the place is and how he has destroyed the image of this great city and how he has produced a lot of criminals. Because, you know, this, when you abandon an area, you left it to the gangs to control. The gangs become the governors, they become the chairman, they become all sorts of things, touts, everything you can think about. Criminalities, faking of products, a lot of things started, emerging in that area. Everything, pickpocketers were having having their bazaar there. It was that bad. So now, for any governor that want to turn Onitsha, must turn that place and use it to market Onitsha. Because for Soludo, you want to be very popular, you want to be remembered for years to come. Turn Onitsha, turn Ochanja area, market area or business district into Oxford Circle, like in London. Make that place a beauty to behold. Make it a place that with tranquility, with beauty, serenity, with, when people come in there, make it a place that it's easy to do business. Plant beautiful ornamental trees there. Take away all those illegal buildings left and right. Those ones that are blocking the place. The place supposed to have space on left and right. Chase away most of those attachment to building. Make sure that no building have any attachment there. Clear everything and get the trees. Get chairs for people shopping to sit and have a nice day out, to enjoy their shopping, to have a nice feeling of furniture. Make sure that there is nobody loitering around there for no reason, and no hawkers. Make sure there is no hawkers around there. I'm going to do a vlog about banning of hawking, not just in the street, but in the market, because most of the markets, you come in to buy something, people are hawking in the market. So where is it the market? People are supposed to go into the shop and buy things, not people standing hawking things with barrels inside the market. No, not at all. It should not be allowed, because it will actually prevent the flow of the customers into this market, and also create anarchy, create lawlessness, and also stop the potential people that are paying tax to the government from actually making livelihood. And you also encourage a faking of products, because if a hawker sell anything to you, he has no shop, you cannot find that person. And it's a risk, it's a safety concern. So now, Soludo, kudos to you for remembering to build that road. Expanding on that road is very necessary. And now you're trying to dualize it. I also thought that you would have actually cleared those attachment slums, all those things that are attached to the buildings there. I thought you would have actually, as the road have been done, that those things should be removed, everybody chased away. All those ones in front of Ochanja, all those buildings that they erected there, should have been pulled down. That story buildings, it completely defaces the place. So that the market should be walled, so that nobody trade on that road there anymore. And the nice exotic trees planted there. So that's what we're expecting also. As you promise that you're going to put CCTV cameras, that you're going to put trees there, I think you need to be doing this thing very, very quick, because, by now, I think those things should have been working peru pesu, and the repenting of those building, all those shop plazas, the more plazas and other plazas there, the government should give them within 3 months or 4 months to repaint all of them. And all of them must have the same color. Left will have either blue color, right will have green color. So the whole of that place, so it will look like where people are doing business. And creating like water fountains and a lot of things that will beautify the place. Getting it, with all the nice street lights that will make the place so bright, not just putting it half-heartedly, but putting a lot of light there. So in the night, when you come there, you know that you are in the Oxford Circle of Nigeria. Not just Oxford Circle of Anambra State, but Oxford Circle of Nigeria, the new Ochanja. Ochanja should be the Oxford Circle of Anambra State and Nigeria. And by so doing, immediately people drive in there, they will actually feel, they will smell Oxford Circle in Ochanja. So the road structure should be modeled in a way that, that people will not be able to be turning, causing holdups there. If you look at the coming down on the right, if you are coming from the down flyover, coming down, so if you are going to Ochanja, people keep on driving on the left. They're turning there to get into Port Harcourt Road. That should not be allowed. I thought also a tunnel should have been dug under that down flyover, so to connect it towards Oguta Road, so that anybody driving through the Port Harcourt Road will just drive straight under the flyover, down flyover, and go straight towards Oguta Road. That's what it should be. I thought when the Port Harcourt Road had also been done, that's what it should be, so that there won't be any blockage. And all those transporters should be forced, as you said, you promised, that they should go into their park. And those park should be beautified. They will be given a marching order to beautify, interlock their place, make it a beauty. Plant trees there also. Build conveniences for travelers. They should be given a sample of how it will look. So that's why I also advocating setting up of Greater Onitsha Development Authority. Because if you have a Greater Onitsha Development Authority with people that are passionate and with a vision, they will be able to, give those logistic company how their area has to look and give them what they expect, how it should look. Because it's not just making money, but also, investing on the environment, making the environment a livable and a prosperous environment. So, Soludo, I believe you can do it, but you need to do it very, very quick. You don't need to be delaying about it. The repainting of those buildings left and right from that Obiweka down to Moore Street should have, by now, the landlords must have been notified that from this time the roads would have been finished. We expect you to get to your houses repaint. And the color, it's not every color, this person painting red, this person painting yellow. No. Left should be painted like blue, right, green. So something of that, so that when you look at it, it look very nice. And some of the roofings that are very old should be replaced. Like a pattern of roofing for most of those buildings, maybe if it's green, blue, or black, should be adopted, the whole of that place to down this. And a timeline of 1 year should be given to them. Because there's no point of making a lot of money from this area without thinking of beautifying their area. So I do believe that Soludo has so much power, and he can do that if he wants. So if you are listening to this video, we are discussing about making of Ochanja into Nigeria's own Oxford Circle in London. And, diffusing or taking away all those negativity that is coming from Ochanja, which actually is the 70% negative vibes that are, always eclipse Onitsha, the great city of Onitsha. All the bad news about Onitsha is that Ochanja stroke Obiweka. That's where all these things are hatched. So Turning around that place, you almost 70% of the bad news, the bad press about Onitsha has been taken into the garbage dump. Garbage dump. So let's be proactive. Let's form pressure group to always keep on reminding the government. I do believe they do watch this video. When he watch this, he will see what we are talking. Let me give you an example. If I'm giving that place to tidy up that place, it will not take me long to organize the place. That Ochanja market, inside of that Ochanja market, some of the structures, even inside the market, will have to be brought down because it's not in the original plan. And some of those collapsing buildings that are not fit for purpose, that most of the time, if you go in there, I don't know if the governor has been there, but if you go in there from shop to shop, he has to look at the roofing of the deckings of those buildings. You see that a lot of them have been falling down. And there are many times of those deckings falling on people. A lot of them because it was done substandard. It was not done in the right way. Everything was substandard. You can see the rods coming out there. And there are a lot of things they have actually blocked where the parking space, where they normally park cars coming to, offload and all those things. They have built stores there, inside there. Even during the past governor of Anambra State, more structures was built inside that place, blocking the whole place. So meaning that some of these things might need to be pulled down completely. To create space and to beautify the market. And to look at also Odibo, a place in that place called Odibo, where they sell most of these edible things, like ogli and all those things people eat. If you see the state of that place, I'm telling you, people are basically eating poison. The place is so unkept, very dirty, very filthy, smelly at a time, very bad water running in that place. The floor are not cemented, and those women are selling these things that people can eat and die. That's why a lot of people are falling sick without knowing what is happening to them. So, but where is the health ministry? Where is the people in charge of environment? That's why you need Greater Onitsha Development Authority, because you will have sanitary inspectors and you will have remodeling of those markets and telling them this area has to be like this. There must be cold room for all these things. The whole place must be washed every day after each market listing. And the people cleaning the market will be there cleaning the markets. The place will be cleaned and the water will be running there so that they will be washing their hands. All those ladies, they don't have water to wash their hands, and they're selling things that people consume, edible things. It's basically giving people poison. So, for me, if I'm actually giving this type of tax, it won't take me more than 3 to 6 months. You will not recognize that Ochanja business district. And basically after tidying everything, you will see signposts saying, welcome to the Oxford Circle of Nigeria, the Ochanja, the new Ochanja business district. You will see Ochanja fountain, water fountain, Ochanja garden, Ochanja restaurant, Ochanja underground car parks. I will start to install underground car parks. That Our Lady's school, I might acquire the place in order to I might relocate that school there. I might acquire from the Anglican that Our Lady's school there, the whole of that land, so that I will build the new Ochanja there. I will build it like a Dubai mall. I would do it would be like a 4 or 5 story high, very long, big structure that will be like an airport terminal with underground parking and warehousing, a lot of things. I will now remodel, and I take the school to somewhere else. So that after doing all those things, I will now gradually bulldoze the old Ochanja. bulldoze it, and use that place for something else. So that's what I would do. It's not a rocket science. And immediately you start doing this thing, Onitsha is completely turned around, because it's 50 to 70% of the negative press and negative vibes enveloping or eclipsing Onitsha always is from that area. So even it's difficult even to move freely from that place, because there is no government control, there is lawlessness, market women and men trading basically on the road. There is no pedestrian walks where people can walk, where you have something like a space of 5 feet left and right. People will walk freely. That is smooth. People walk freely on it, shopping freely. No interference from anybody. No street hawkers. That the area from Obiweka down to main market, if you are caught hawking under my watch, you pay dearly for that. So that's what it should be. So no street trading there. There is where you have serious business happening. People will be in their stores, very clean, very well kept and very attractive. So foreigners will come in and, move into the market, enjoy the market, and you have fresh air. So the roads will be so wide. I will actually expand the road better. Those poles, electric poles in the middle of the road towards Iweka down, you can see that metal poles there. I don't know if they are going to remove it, but it looks like they are leaving it there, building the roads like that. I'm even shocked. So those things, I will remove those things and expand the roads, expand it more. Not just dualizing it, but I will expand it. In the middle of it, I plant trees, exotic trees, palm, and other flower, and at the side, most of those houses, I will also plant trees there. So the tree will be forming like a canopy there. So when you come in there, actually you'll be breathing fresh air. So for us to get Onitsha, Greater Onitsha working, and Anambra State working, Ochanja Business District must be turned into the Oxford Circle of Nigeria, Oxford Circle of Anambra State and Onitsha. So I don't know what we are going to call this. I don't know. You can suggest the making of Ochanja. Soludo making of Ochanja into the Oxford Circle of Nigeria. The making of Ochanja. The new Ochanja. The new Ochanja. So what do you think? What's your opinion? Have you passed through Ochanja? Do you know where Ochanja is? Ochanja, have you been there? What was your experience? Have you shopped there? Everything you need is found in Ochanja. You can see local technology where people are very innovative, very artistic, and inventive. You have all sorts of people there. You have all sorts of people. You have all sorts of offices there. All sorts of business. But sadly, for ages, was neglected and abandoned. Is it the time to show them love? Is it the time to reawaken this sleeping giant called the new Ochanja, the new Oxford Circle of Nigeria? Is it the time that Ochanja will come back to life? Is it the time of the recovery of the positive vibe of Onitsha by turning around Ochanja into a business district modeled after the Oxford Circle of London, United Kingdom? That place can generate billions of money to Anambra State if it's remodeled. The value of the properties there will actually rise so much that government will be making a lot of money from taxation. So that road alone will be giving the government 20 billion every year, over 20 billion revenue, just that road, from that Obiweka down to Ochanja roundabout or to Moore Street. It will be giving Anambra State government over 20 billion, considering what is there. I'm talking about 20 billion. The logistic companies there will be, because every day they will be giving, the logistic company alone will be giving between 2 to 3 or 4 million naira to the government of Anambra State. I'm not even talking about the market and all those things, but you'll be the modest revenue to be derived there will be around 20 billion a year. Just there, just that little place, like Oxford Circle. So all those departmental stores or plazas that are built there, a new way of building plazas has to be shown to them. That will be very, very long, not small plaza, but it will be like 4-story high, 4-level high, with lifts and comfort for the shoppers. It will be left and right of that area. So that's what we are discussing about. That's what should be happening. But it can only happen with a willing and a determined leadership. Soludo on his own cannot do it unless he's ready to set up Greater Onitsha Development Authority that will help to mortgage or pilot this new Ochanja business district, the Oxford Circle of Nigeria. So, but we say kudos to Professor Soludo. If he succeed here, for decades or years to come, his name will be remembered as a person that has turned around Onitsha. So, and he's nearer, if he succeed in turning Onitsha into the African Dubai, Taiwan he always talked about. But he must act like a visionary, a revolutionist, who is eager and who is working with accelerated speed. As he said, the changing gear. He has to change gear. The changing gear must be seen in that Ochanja if he is to succeed. Without that, nothing happens. Without that, nothing happens. If we act like Nigerian politicians, years to come, that place will remain like that. And he can only do road without actually complete revamping of that place. So that's why he needs to be bold enough. He needs to work with speed. He needs people to suggest to him. And he needs people that are willing to work for that purpose. If other people are not, if other people fail, doesn't mean that he should fail. Remember, people believe he can succeed. So only himself will fail himself, because he should not allow the trust people have in him to fade away. That Ochanja area can actually win him the election if he turn around Ochanja, considering that over 200,000 people are doing business from Obiweka down to Moore Street. So 200,000 people is a game changer to even any political distance. If those people, 1/3 of them vote, you already won the election. And if the people start talking, like they started to talk a little bit, 2%, 3% about, or it seems that government start to work something here. If they increase, if the people start talking about seeing more things up to 5%, 10%, I'm telling you, you are good to go. So I think we are going to end this video here. I must appreciate all of you that are spending time in watching these videos, especially the old subscribers. If you watch this channel, please, or this video, please and please share it out so that we can have a billion or a million view on this. Share it out so that even the governor will see it. Share it to many people, because our homeland must be a livable and a prosperous homeland, a land of this destination, not a departure lounge. And Onitsha must be the African Dubai, Taiwan, as envisaged and promised by Professor Chukwuma Soludo, the present governor of Anambra State. And I believe is on the way of being the African Dubai, Taiwan. So let us all continuously form a pressure group and suggest ways to turn this thing around. So as we are banging on the door of the authorities, the governor, the government of Anambra State, something must come out of it. Something must come out of it. I see the Oxford Circle of Onitsha, Oxford Circle of London coming to be in Ochanja area, new business district of Onitsha, Anambra State, Nigeria. The making of the new Ochanja, the Oxford Circle of Nigeria. Thank you very much. I'll see you in the next video. Continue to be safe. Continue to enjoy your holiday. It's almost 5 days to Christmas. So enjoy, be safe, continue to show love to other people, and may the good Lord protect you wherever you are. Bye.